Jeremy in his room trying to sneak back from the gym, and my mom saying, I can see you guys. But, I don't know. All she said was, I just walked by and Jeremy's just going, your mom. So, it's okay, you were at the gym. You need to get buff. So that was the name of it in a nutshell. That was really fun. Wamunk.
That was not the name.
Wamunk, I just remember.
That was not the name.
I was rooming with just Sophia and Ariel, and like I mentioned, I often would take like the awesome extra bed in my mom's room. So which meant that this time, Ariel and Sophia had their beds to themselves and just consistently kicked me out of the room. But, so interesting things of note at this conference. One, it should be noted that at every conference I've ever been to, someone will knock on the door when I'm in a state of undress. And not just that, it's the same state of undress. So, this Wamunk was when it happened like 4 times. The last one at which point I said, I'm not dressed, and their response was, are you kidding me? This has happened for the last 5 conferences we've been to together. Because it's always the same people too. But also at that Wamunk, my mom's room was sharing a door with the room containing James Fryer, Eli Rosenberg, Gabe Sunshine, and someone else. I don't remember who someone else was. May have been James Cogan. May not have been.
No, James Cogan was in my room.
Right.
I think it was someone who had never been to Mahjong before.
Right, they had to
That's
have
why
been
it took
before.
so long.
What was his name?
No.
It started with a G. Glib? Gib?
No, and Gil Spivak.
Gil.
Gil. Okay, they're sharing the door, which at one point Eli tried to tell my mom that they should have a slumber party. That was not awkward in the slightest. But, so sometimes I would just hear them yelling things along the lines of, yo, we need more bathrooms. Or like, should we match our ties? Turn the Adele up. I don't know what they were talking about, but I really enjoy hearing it. At one point they had 8 bathrooms. But that Wamunk was also where, what committee was I in, God? I don't even remember what committee I was in. But the thing is, that was one of the best ones because it was just like, all of the new people, we got locked out of our room in the evening and just chilled in the hallway. There was a lot of envious glaring at the suite down the hall.
Swear that was not. It
Yes!
wasn't intentional.
Because the section just happens to be the suite.
I walked into your room and I was like, whoa, why is this so small?
Also,
I thought all the rooms were like that.
there are 4 of us. I
You're a
was supposed to
great
agree in all the
actor.
other rooms.
Yes.
There were 4 in a lot of the guys' rooms.
We did. It wasn't us.
You know what?
You're not five. That is it. You're
Okay,
five.
so at the end of that year is elections, and I'm just like, I love this club.
Well, no,
I want a
last-
position. But I didn't get a position, I didn't care. At that point, you know, the election mostly for me should be summed up by all of us juniors waiting frantically outside. What are the results? Mustafa walks out. Oh yes, Wilson and Gabe Sunshine, 1 second under sec. Everyone is like, you're joking. He's like, no, I'm serious. So we're just like, no. He's like, whatever. Julie Wrong walks out. She's more mature to a degree, and she's just like, no guys, Wilson 1 section. Like, I don't know what you're gonna do. At this point, we're like, wait, what? Like, I really hope you're joking. And then Izzy Hedgecock walks out. Izzy's just like the seriousest person that you will ever meet, in my experience. I don't know if he jokes. He just walks out. Yes, but that was our experience with him. He just walks out. He's just like, guys, Wilson 1 section. And we're all just like, no! No. What are we gonna do? And then like the email goes out and it's like, AJ and Isabel. Well, at that point, obviously, it's better.
Still lesser of 2 evils, but it's still better.
Kidding. Okay, so I'm apparently get made the Undersecretary of Club Affairs, which means I just have a lot of frantic calls to hotels, like, what are you talking about? No, a group of teenagers, it's a totally responsible thing to let us book your hotel. No, you should also give us a giant room free of charge and free Wi-Fi. It didn't always work on me, but it worked sometimes. So that year, Busan, I think some of the most memorable things were, one, our hotel was, so that bus ride, I just remember Mr. Trainer, who was like the first time he's being our faculty advisor, and we're all like, you know, let's be really like, let's make sure that he's okay with this. Within 20 minutes, I think we're blaring Nicki Minaj and yelling angry jokes from the back of the bus, and he just kind of looks back and he's just like, teenagers. But so that Busan was really fun. I was in the South Sudanese cabinet, and I had not known before receiving that spot that there was a South Sudan. I thought it was just Sudan, but in my defense, South Sudan had only existed about 8 months prior. But so that was when I gavelled for the first time. That was incredible because I'd always looked up to the people who were like gaveling and winning awards, and it's just like, whoa, you guys are so cool. How do you do it? I'll never do that. But the thing is, like, it's really all about just being comfortable and being confident. And so it was like, I went in feeling like I can handle this. This is small. I can talk to people. And that was that, and it worked. And then I didn't go to Jumong, unfortunately. So my Jumong story is going to be about Deanna, which is how I met Deanna, which is in golf class. I didn't know who she was. I'd seen her in spec class every now and again. I just remember she used to hang around Andrew Fisher. It's a dubious distinction. And then in my gov class, I just hear from across the hall, or across the room, James yelling something to Nazifa. Your underling Deanna is trying to get with 2 of my friends. I might add, this is not true. This is just what happens when you let Aaron Helfet relay information. But, so I just find Deanna in the middle of receiving forms and sorting them. And I'm just like, yo, Deanna, let me talk to you about something I heard in gov class, because James was yelling about your love life. I think he said something to the effect of, he's my big sib, what is he talking about? And that was how I met Deanna. That's also like 90% of the things I talked to Deanna about. But the thing is, there's your shout out, you wanted one. I don't know what happened to Jumong, apparently trainer almost got arrested. I'm the reason that most rooms had kitchens. You can blame me for the kitchens. And then there's Wamunk. Wamunk this past year was pretty incredible. Because one, I had this chair who Mandy may or may not be in love with, aka Blake Goodman, aka it's the Blakery. He has a Twitter and a Tumblr, and he basically talks about hashtag Mungirl life and all that. He's a chipmunk. But also because, so my committee was talking about completely unimportant things, except one, our chair was doing a British accent the entire time. 2, half of the room was still, because it was in like March, half of the room was still freaking out about the Les Miserables movie and would randomly launch into song. 3, Sophia was on the other side of the room and made a lot of shoot me gestures because no one in the committee knew what they were talking about. But the thing is, Wamunk especially is never about the sessions. Wamunk is about what happens outside the sessions. So, Wamunk memories from this year. Lucas walking into our room, seeing women's clothing on the floor, and going, ah, no! What I can safely call the worst delegate dance I have ever been to, because it was approximately this bright, the music was approximately as loud as an air conditioner, and Oliver walked in, said, oh, this sucks, and walked out. That should tell you how bad it is. So that was not good. But the rest of Wamunk, as always, is just like staying up really late in someone's room, watching like random videos on their laptops, teaching people how to torrent towards Miriam. Just like my mom bringing cookies to like half of the midnight meetings. And just, I don't know, it's like, that was kind of just like, whoa, this is the end. This is weird. Because MUN is like I said in the beginning, I hated public speaking. In my practice speech for North Korea about women, where all I had to do was say, all I had to do was say something about they're the mothers of our children and therefore the mothers of the country, something like that, I panicked and ran out of the room. Like, I could not give a speech. But now, like, I'm completely comfortable in front of people. I mean, you guys obviously know you, but like people in general, Molly Wen has given me a voice, and I owe it so much for that. And it's like, it's made me really aware of the world, and it's made me like, just, oh my god, I just feel like it's so much of how I changed over high school did come from MUN. Also, from learning how to be responsible during StyMonk, which is like, you don't know what you're doing? Here's a broken computer that's not even the kind you use. Make it work in 2 seconds or else you're dead. Yep. So, things that happened at Steinmont were, or at the crisis scrimmage, for example, getting shot by Ben and dragged bodily out of the room by my feet. Like, the thing is, like, Molly Lynch really brings you closer to people, whether it's a girl you've never met before sleeping in your bathtub, or this is how I met AJ. They're like, oh, you're gonna have 5 people in your room at your first conference, name it. And I'm just like, okay, who's the 5th person? And they're like, it's this girl AJ. I'm like, I don't know her. Where's she gonna sleep? She's just like, oh, I sleep in the bathtub sometimes. That's cool. That's normal. That's how I do things. She actually slept in the bathtub. Or like,
Until we got kicked out of the room.
you got kicked out of the room.
Because of noise.
Because we got a noise complaint, but we were responsible and told Miss Bushman we got a noise complaint, so she didn't get that mad. No, you told Phil.
Phil came to find us.
Right. Phil is an interesting guy, but that's another story. So the thing is, like, also just Molly Wen, one of the best things it does is it bridges like age gaps, because like Deanna's like my sister, and like Leon, you know how much I love you and how much I've done for you. And like Lucas, you're like a little brother. Gabe, you too. That might be because our parents are friends, but so sometimes my mom will just come home and just be like, apparently Gabe says hi to you through his dad. But like, or like Nicole, you're amazing, and I remember like sweet 16s and water babies in places they shouldn't be. And like, but then also like the people above us who obviously aren't here, but like they're the people who taught me the difference between Madras and plaid, angrily and emphatically until I apologized that I misjudged his bow tie pattern. Or they're the reason, or like showing me around college campuses when I visited, or like introducing me to Doctor Who and things like that. Like these are the people that like they make you who you are. And so I really am just so excited to see where all of you younger people are gonna go, because you wanna like. I'm so excited to like see you get bigger, because you're always so tall and so Eastern European, and then you apologize for it, which you don't need to do. But like, you're amazing and you're a person, and like, stuff like that. Like all of you guys, there are so many adorable memories of like mentor groups and realizing like, oh, you guys are better speakers as freshmen than I was as like a junior. Or like Mandy stalking you to your French class so many times that your French teacher hates me.
She's everyone.
Yes, but I don't have French. I was stalking Mandy and Carolyn, and that's what matters. And just, I love this club, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I remember when we couldn't even put 5 people in a room without 2 of them being stoned and the other 3 being SEC members. And now we're like filling freaking lecture halls. It's incredible. And I love this, and I wanted to do a senior speech for so long because I saw them when I was like a sophomore, and I feel like mine was so lackluster, but just, I'm gonna miss you guys, and I'm coming back next year.